Oh, just as a match-specific announcement, this match is 2 35-minute halves. Not all matches are necessarily that long, but that's what we're running at today. Okay, in a case like that, the player kicking the ball, his team has to stay behind to stay on sides. We have offsides and onsides in rugby, much like you might be familiar with other sports, especially maybe soccer. Oh, you may realize that the ball does not, the play does not stop when the ball goes to the ground. It's still a live ball. So, whoever picks it up has control of the ball.
Already made a try and a kick. It's at 7-0.
Okay, just as another very rugby-specific rule, I'll go ahead and fill you in on that. As I said, who controls the ball. That matters as well in penalty scoring and stopping the match. You may see some sort of penalty occur, but the match keeps going and you're asking yourself, why does it keep going? Well, because in rugby, if the team in possession of the ball commits the offense, then the match is stopped. If the team that did not commit the offense has control of the ball and is moving up the field, the play does not stop. Okay, that's called just over there. But if you are not on the offending team and you have possession of the ball, it's called playing the advantage, and play will continue. This is not true in most sports, but it is in rugby. So, if there has been some sort of offense, and your team being committed, you have the ball, you are allowed to continue play. Okay, something that you're going to see in high school rugby more often than collegiate or club rugby is that the referee may stop the match in concern for the safety of the players. He can do that at any point. Especially he may do that whenever they're doing a scrum, which looks like they're about to get into a scrum. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, that there are a few reasons to stop a match, but there are also different ways to restart a match. One way is what we're going to see, probably the most common way to restart matches here is going to be a scrum. Both teams line up against each other, controlled press into the scrum, and they're not allowed to touch the ball with their hands in the scrum, but the scrum half feeds the ball in. He has to feed it into the center. Not favor either team when feeding it in. If he does, the referee will call for a new scrum. And then they fight for control by pressing against each other as well as fighting with their feet. And F5 recovers the ball, but we're held up. And we're going to have a new scrum with Plano. We'll call it Plano's scrum because they're putting the ball in. All right, there are several reasons why the referee may call the scrum. As I said before, the scrum half may not feed the ball indirectly. There are some other reasons. The scrum may be collapsing, which creates an unsafe situation. He'll go ahead and stop it so they can reset and do it more safely. If they do that too often, he may have an uncontested scrum, meaning they don't push against each other. Another reason in high school rugby is the scrum may not turn more than 90 degrees. All right, you'll see these sometimes start spinning a little bit. If it spins more than 90 degrees, he'll stop the scrum as well. And Plano wins possession of the ball. All right, we have a touch call. We refer to it as a touch. You may know it as an out of bounds. Generally, the way we restart the match after a touch is what's called a line out. That's where the two teams line up against each other, create a tunnel in between, and the team that did not take the ball out of bounds will throw back in. They're supposed to throw the ball straight down the tunnel, not favoring either team. The teams usually boost players to try and elevate them up into the air. That's perfectly allowed, and fight over possession of the ball. Quickly, they either run up the field or get it off to the backs to run the ball. And that was Plano's lineout. Okay. Looks like it was not straight. The referee has called for a scrum down. There we play a scrum. Still a live ball. Okay, we're going to learn a couple more rugby terms at this point, and it looks like we all right. Whenever they're fighting over the ball in a large group, and it's not a scrum, we have two different things going on. If the ball's on the ground and the boys are pushing each other, or later case in the girls, that is called a ruck. If the player is still on his feet and a group forms and they're pushing against each other, that is called a maul. So I'll be using those terms throughout the match probably, ruck and maul. Ruck, ball's on the ground, they're fighting over it. Maul, the player is still on his feet. That was just reset from the penalty. Okay, we have a penalty against F5. The defending team must back up. If they don't get back 10 meters, then another penalty is called and they will have to reset play even further back, giving more of an advantage to the non-offending team. There we have Plano's lineout. Off the backs. Oh, we see it. He's running up to the side. Oh, and gets touch. So the touch call is going to be F5's lineout. Oh, looks like the referee may have seen a penalty before it went to touch. So we got a penalty against F5. Now we have touch. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about touch rules just for a moment. Now it matters where you're on the field and what's going on when you want to kick it out to touch or out of bounds. If you're behind the 20-meter mark, or if it's a penalty as it was just then, and you kick the ball has a line out at the point where it crossed the touch line. If you are in front of the 20-meter mark and you kick the ball out of line and it's not a penalty, then the ball goes to a line out straight from the point where it's kicked. So that's a difference. So what happened where they kick it to touch from a penalty, we call that kicking for field position or kicking for position. Basically that the scoring team is receiving the ball. That's because in rugby it's what we call a make it and take it rule. So the team that scores actually receives the ball on the kickoff.
Luke got the kick. Recovery. We're getting no damned.
Right, we got a penalty against Plano.
None of these batteries are charged. Neither one of them. Got 10 minutes out of the first one.
Well, they give it to the front. Takes up the ball. You drop the ball just for a moment, pick it right back, which is absolutely fine in rugby as long as you don't drop it forward. And try to score. F5.
Okay, neither one of these things are.
And touch call. And it's going to be an F5 throw-in. Now, just because the team throwing in is not allowed to throw off to either side, they still do have some advantages, like they may work out some sort of signal system or calls to let them know just how far they're going to throw the ball. So they can throw the ball either as short or as far as they want to, they just can't throw it to either.
One up, Reggie, up! Straight up. Cleanly tackled, and fly tight. Go with him, Go with him. Go with him. Come on, let's go. Fly now, Dad, fly! Jump, man. Pull him out! Yes, sir! 4, 6, 8, 10. Sorry.
You're good, Noah.
Hey, let the scrum, not straight up.
Nope.
Move away. There's no leaning on the left ball. Position. Ready? Plano.
Hold, Luke! Push!
Oh, kick right back out. Plano recovers it.
Go with him. You gotta be
with him!
Go,
Run there!
go.
Run there!
Okay, we're that close to the track zone.
Ready.
We're not Match still on. Ball still on.
You're killing me!
Now you're good, Michael.
Mostly on the field, but kept firing. It's still a long ball. It's good. And the 5 takes the scrum. Off to the backs. And then 5 on the left. And then on forward. You want to hold on the ball on the ball, but it's place the ball back towards his own team, giving him a little bit of advantage. And you can actually run the ball up.
It's from the penalty when they picked me up. It's clean. Yeah. Tackle release. It's on my back and my right.
Get to the breakdown. Get to the breakdown.
Tell your brother, kick and touch, kick to me.
Touch, touch, touch.
Good job, Asher. That's right. That's right. Hey! Line up, play up. Now!
Get some ice on him if he has to. Once you put ice on, he's done for the day. Just keep moving then. Just get him off and get him back on his feet. Yeah, get him on his feet. Don't let him sit. It's too cold. Hey buddy, I'm just sitting here watching some rugby.
Right across the way, look across the field.
It's pretty new because I got it at half and they said you don't. See it's right here.
No, you're good. Come on, come this side.
Get it out to French. Get it out to French. Get it out to French. There you go. Get out to Luke. There you go. Come on, Luke!
That's fine. There you go, Knight! Hit it! Get down low! Get low! Tackle that! Yeah, that's your ball, Dave. Yes, sir. They're blue or white. Yeah.
But you can get continuous play, so it is the advantage of Rugby to run the ball straight at the field instead of zigzagging kind of a little bit, and then you have your team having support.
Tackle low!
More than straight up the field.
Go left!
Alright, thank God.
No, but I had to get those for an MRI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not what's hurting.
There you go. That's Aaron!
Or they can run the ball out.
Come on, Knight. Oh, blue. Oh, blue. No, don't have Jesse run it. Oh,
Trying good. That 5 points is strong. Hopefully, don't need to right. Yeah, touchdown.
Yeah, and one more. One more, Aiden. Go with him, Luke.
Offside, white, blue.
Luke, rock in.
That's fine, that's cleanly done. Let's go! Phil
Go with him. Go with him. Nice job, Isaac.
F5 wins the line.
Ball. Harris is your ball.
Player wins the strap.
Come on, Gabe! That's your ball night. That's your ball night.
Racers have 13. They have 14.
No, we have 4.
No, we have 13.
Yeah, but we had
14.
You're right, we had 15. You're right, I'm sorry.
From the back, take the inside.